All right, here we are. We're in Yosemite, and as I'm sitting here thinking, I think we should have done more commentary. And then my second thought is who cares?
People love hearing our commentary, Doug.
Yeah, exactly. We're very interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is kind of the bookend of our trip here. And we're just past Tioga Pass. Tioga Pass is open. It was closed on coming over, so we had to go to Sonora Pass, but we're going over Tioga. And they just opened it on Friday. Today's Monday. So as you can see, there's probably, we'll pan around here in a second. There's not much snow left. It's melted and it's warm. And I'm going to move this over to Greg here.
Hi.
All right, man. So we had a good trip here. What are we looking at, Greg? What do you point us out?
We're looking at a little blast from the past over there, straight yonder.
Okay.
A little over a year ago, we went hiking out there to Cloud's Rest.
Yeah, there it is.
Which is a challenging and tremendous hike, where we can look out on pretty much the whole Yosemite Valley. You see Half Dome right over there. Yeah. As if Death Valley wasn't spectacular enough, we decided that we had to come back here and take a final shot before going home.
Yeah, it's nice. It's perfect now. It's probably 50 degrees.
Yeah.
And
it
it's
couldn't be a
sunny.
better day in November to be out and about.
There's not
here.
a cloud in the sky.
Yep.
All right, man. So, give me some Greg's thoughts on Yosemite. No, I mean not Yosemite. The whole trip.
On the whole trip. I mean, bad things can happen when you're traveling through Mother Nature, especially in the late in the fall. But nothing. This is all the stars lined up perfectly on this one. Everything that could go well went well, pretty much. This is a bonus right here, icing on the cake. But seeing Death Valley, we did everything we wanted to do. I saw things that I'd never been there before, and saw things that were better than I could have imagined. From the Big Doll Mine to Fall Canyon to the final night over at the racetrack. Just all of it is a 10 out of 10 on the awesomeness scale. And yeah, one of the best trips I've ever had, for sure.
Right on, man. So it's always good to be able to kind of cap off a good trip with a pretty epic finish like this. But this is kind of chill. We had a little bit of fun this morning. As I was telling Greg, I said, I think the road home is going to be a bit of a challenge. And we ended up on a 30-degree grade that hit the bottom of our outback.
Yeah.
Many times.
Like I said, bad things can go wrong. And
were you nervous?
I would have been more nervous if I were driving. I know you're more.
You had faith in me?
That's
very nice.
Yeah, I don't have faith in you in everything, but that kind of drive, better you than me. So.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. It got my attention, but I was never that nervous.
All right,
but it is bumpy as hell.
Oh, it was bumpy.
Yeah.
That's one way to say it.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we're wrapping up this trip. We have to all go back to work and do jobs. Greg's going to write a story about this. And if you actually are listening past this point, which is probably not, the only people who are going to do that are our family, not our friends, because our friends are smart enough to realize that we don't have much interesting to say.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, California's kind of shitty. You can see it. We've got lots of pictures and photographic evidence of how pathetic this place is, and California keeps getting the short end of the shift here on the I don't know, what is it, shrift or
I think it's the
shrift?
stick.
Short end of the stick?
Yeah, you can get the shrift, but I don't think the stick gets the shrift.
What does the shrift mean?
The shrift is like the shaft, kind of.
Yeah, there's me with zero command of the English language trying to commentate. That's why we don't do more of these. So California kind of gets crapped on in the news of being this, disaster place. But as you can see, we've got just a lot of its beauty here. So anyway, hey Greg, any last thoughts before I turn this off?
Yeah, nature rules. That's all I have to say.
That's a bumper sticker.
Yeah.
All All right, everybody. Thank you. This rocked. Bye.